Amid a fierce battle between two divine-level masters, ordinary warriors would never stand a chance to approach them. While the battle was in full swing, Rufus, Gregory, and Albert were happily drinking inside the medical clinic. Used to such chaotic scenes, they naturally paid no mind to such minor scuffles. On the other hand, Caitlin, who was pouring them drinks, wasn't as calm as them. She anxiously peered through the doorway, her worries evident. How could Maximus handle all the opponents alone? Only if Mr. Rhys was here. As soon as this thought crossed her mind, Caitlin immediately shook her head. No. Those people were here for Dustin. If Dustin were here, things would only get more dangerous. Kid, stop fretting over there. That lad will be fine for now. Bring us a not her bottle of wine, Gregory shouted. All right. I'm coming. Upon hearing his words, Caitlin promptly retrieved another bottle of wine from the counter. Observing the calm demeanor of the three men, she frowned and curiously asked, Mr. Jones, aren't you all worried at all? If those bad guys were to barge in, you would be in danger. What's there to worry about? Life's a cheap thing, and if we die, we die. Gregory answered casually. Gosh, don't be such a doomsayer. Caitlin pouted and said solemnly, Mr. Jones, you will live a long and healthy life. Even if there's danger, I will protect you. With that, she grabbed a mop nearby and acted like a bodyguard, vowing to defend the medical center. Her actions caused the three men to laugh in amusement. She's truly an interesting girl. Rufus grinned. Don't worry. None of us will die today. Really? Caitlin's eyes lit up. Of course. Do you think I would lie to you about such matters? Rufus chuckled and pointed at Albert. See this old man here? He's a powerful guy. Dealing with these minions is a piece of cake for him. Is that so? Caitlin sized Albert up. She seemed skeptical. He was an elderly man in his 60s or 70s, walking with a cane. How could he withstand a fight? The wind could even blow him down. After observing everyone, she realized she was the youngest and strongest of the four of them. Indeed, it seemed like the responsibility to protect them all would fall on her shoulders. With this in mind, Caitlin raised the mop again and stood guard at the entrance. Clearly, she didn't trust these three oldies. Rufus, these minions are indeed nothing to fear. However, people have found out about your arrival in Swinton. I guess Struqua will not let this opportunity slip by, Albert suddenly said, his tone serious. Are you suggesting that someone will come to assassinate me? Rufus raised his glass and took a sip. Yes. Albert nodded. As the Prince of West Lucosia, Rufus stood like an invincible barrier. He could single-handedly intimidate the gods of Struqua. If Rufus encountered an assassination attempt, it would undoubtedly lead to a border conflict. In West Lucosia, there were numerous experts to protect him. No matter how powerful Struqua was, they would not find the slightest loophole. However, the situation was different in Swinton. Without the protection of the West Lucosia army and death warriors, it presented a rare opportunity for Struqua to carry out an assassination attempt. Therefore, Albert was sure there would be chaos in the coming days. Let them try all they want. It's not like it's the first time, Rufus shrugged, seemingly unconcerned. Even in West Lucosia, assassination attempts would occur every now and then. So, of course, it would happen in Swinton. Outside the medical center, the duel between the two swordsmanship prodigies had reached a white-hot stage. Both sides had sustained injuries, and it was difficult to determine the victor. Maximus' movements were fast and accurate. He was particularly fierce and used ruthless techniques. In terms of swordsmanship alone, Maximus was superior to Kirrin. However, Kirrin had higher cultivation and was in a more stable state. He was closer to divinity. Thus, their battle was neck and neck. When did this kid become so powerful? Standing among the crowd, Luther watched the two fight with a look of astonishment on his face. Kirrin was a divine-level martial artist and a sword prodigy. Yet, he couldn't defeat Maximus. Did Maximus already reach divinity as well? What a waste of time. Meanwhile, Clement looked displeased as he peered through the window of his car at the battle ahead. He had thought that his second disciple could easily claim victory, but he hadn't expected him to be unable to handle a mere minion. Seeing the deadlock persist, Clement flicked his wrist, and a chess piece precisely struck Maximus' knee. Maximus groaned and fell to his knees. In that instant, Kirrin thrusted his sword at him,